What's going on, guys? Thanks for stopping in, talking some Jets ball with me again today. Thumbs up is always appreciated, but either way, go Jets. Now, some positive news since I recently uploaded the Mekhi Becton video. The panic meter was itching up a little high, but Robert Saleh did throw a little bit of water on the panic fire, saying that Mekhi Becton's knee is quote unquote stable and should be fine. He will still need to get an MRI. Now, what should the Jets do? I think there's two moves that they can do to really solidify this tackle position. It's going to require two. Number one, Dwayne Brown. Obviously, we've talked about that all week. His asking price from his agent for the New York Jets probably just went up, as it should have. I'm fine with giving him a heavily incentive-laden deal. If he wants a certain amount of money for every game he starts, that's fine. He'll be well worth it. Because here's the thing. Even if Mekhi Becton, let's say best case scenario, it's a little tweak and he's got to miss a week of practice, then he'll be back. He was still rounding himself into shape. He still wasn't looking like Mekhi Becton. He was getting cooked by Tim Ward and Jabari Zuniga, which was to be expected because he still had 5 weeks to be ready for week one, so that was fine. But now if he's set back another week or two of not getting back in football shape, now it's almost like a regression. Now he has to dial that back up. So even if Mekhi Becton is back, in short order in a week or two, is he ready to go week one? To me, right now, if you ask me, week one against the Baltimore Ravens, even Mekhi Becton's best case scenario, Dwayne Brown is probably going to be a better option at tackle along with George Fant, at least to start the season. Now, maybe Mekhi comes back like a man on fire, and then by the end of September, he's back in there and Dwayne Brown's the backup or Fant's the backup. Whatever. You let the best two out of those three tackles play, and you're fine there. Here's the thing, though. We need another move, because if Mekhi Becton is not ready to go in the beginning of the year, which is, it's not crazy to assume that might be the case. We'll wait for further news on the MRI. The Jets' number one backup is still Chuma Edoga. Okay, so now we're like one step further down the depth chart. We're all saying, oh, the backup can't be Chuma Edoga. We signed Dwayne Brown to be the backup. But now if Dwayne Brown's the starter, Chuma Edoga is still the freaking backup, man, and that can't happen. We still need to do better at backup. Where do we turn? Well, we're not going to be able to afford signing, a guy like Dwayne Brown and a guy like Eric Fisher, so it's going to have to be a cheaper alternative. This is where I turn to Daryl Williams, formerly of the Buffalo Bills, 30 years old. And why is he a free agent not signed? Well, because he lost his starting right tackle job in 2020. They kicked him inside to right guard in 2021, and he didn't play well at all. So he got cut. But the pros are we're getting durability and experience with Daryl Williams. He has 37 consecutive starts on the offensive line under his belt. And he once played well enough at right tackle for the Buffalo Bills to give him a contract that was worth $8 million a year that they got out from underneath when he underperformed. And he can play some guard, he can play some tackle. And in 2020, he was on a 1 year, $2.5 million deal. I'd give him that in a second. Okay? You got Dwayne Brown. Your left tackle is solidified no matter what's going on with Mekhi Becton. And then Daryl Williams can come in and be that backup right tackle while Mekhi and McDermott are on the mend and Max Mitchell develops. Then we're good. It's not maybe the ideal situation, that we wanted coming into the season. We wanted Mekhi and AVT on that right side being a powerhouse, which still is not out of the cards at all. But that would ensure that we're okay, that Zach Wilson is protected in 2022. And if you can get both of those guys for a base salary of $10 million, that is money absolutely well spent. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll talk ball soon.